Today we're here with Young Growth and Development CEO Troy Young to ask him 21 questions.
What's the first thing you do every morning?
First thing I do in the morning, I get up, make my prayer, eat me a nutritious breakfast, and I go downstairs my basement and I work out for 5 to 10 minutes every morning and look over the newspaper.
What's one habit that made you a better leader?
One thing maybe me is always been on top of my game, and what I mean by that, and everything that I always try to be prepared. Always try to do my research and things that I'm working on. I always try to go a day out strong on it. And always try to stay ready. That way, if you stay ready, we always breathe. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get.
What's the biggest risk you've ever taken?
I think one of the biggest I ever taken and everything is stuff uh, when I started investing in the stock market. When I really know what I was doing. And joining the military, scared of the unknown. But it ended up turning out as good because I learned as I went.
One mistake that taught you the most?
But say something, most of everything is something that when I uh, chose to hang out with people that wasn't walking right and everything. So, I became a victim of my own society, really. And I learned from it and I grew from it.
How do you make tough decisions under pressure?
How I make tough decisions under pressure, well, I lay back, analyze it real good, focus on it, uh, look at see which way I need to go with it. If I need help, I call the ones who know. If I don't, I'll go ahead and figure it out, learn what I need to do, and have patience with myself while I navigate the situation.
What separates good leaders from great ones?
I think with some great good things right here that the great leaders automatically born to lead by example. We lead by example. We don't wait around and just try to. But we do teach other leaders, but our main goal is to lead by example. If something needs to be done, we'll do it. Then we'll coach other people to follow.
How do you handle failure?
I faith and successful really because see, sometimes you got to fall to learn. And everything that I do, my growth and development myself. I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I learned from a lot of them. So I understand that sometimes you got to take 2 steps back to go 5 steps forward.
What motivates you when things get difficult?
Uh, thank you, I think for me personally, everything is something that I like to step up to the plate when nobody else is. I feel like what is different for other people is just right for me. And I say that because the way that I prep myself in terms of staying ready to navigate the situation.
What's your leadership style in one word?
Stay ready. I believe that if you stay ready, then you ain't got to get ready.
What's the best investment you ever made?
I think the benefit that I have made the things I hear about self-education when it comes down to financial literacy, everything. So, financial literacy to see how the real world works when it comes down to credit, buying houses, saving your money, and things to that nature.
What's the worst investment you ever made?
I think for the family that I made everything so uh, when I got in trouble one time, by time, I got in trouble one time and it kind of like set me back for a minute. And I learned from that and I moved forward for that right there.
How do you build a strong team?
I built a strong team by always getting the team what they need to make them successful. I always try to put them in a situation for them to win. And how I do that and everything. So we make sure they have the right tool, the right guy, and the right training for them to succeed.
What do you look for when hiring?
I look for people that with good vibe, people that who uh, got high expectations when it comes down to responsibility and being on time. I think that by you being on time and showing up to work at a certain time, speak volume and doing things that we ain't got ask you to do. Like the PG, if you see trash, just pick it up. Everything so that makes it to us.
How do you stay productive every day?
I think everything because I'm always building, reading, and trying to put together a project for my growth development team as well as myself. So I'm always studying, I'm always researching, I'm always studying and trying to see what the world is doing and see how can we make it a better place.
What's one thing you wish you knew starting out?
I wish I knew starting out everything how to exercise more patience and exercise more patience everything's up and stay more focused. Sometimes we try to rush things and all it takes is just to stay consistent really.
Who is a CEO or leader you admire?
I like Warren Buffett and everything, so I like his style when it comes out to real estate and stock. He have a unique style. Uh, I really like him.
How do you balance work and personal life?
What do well, the way I do that uh, with my personal life and everything is I try to spend time with my family and everything. So the day that they be home together, I try to make that a special time. Every day at Christmas when I'm with my family. And then when time to go work the 8 to 5, I try to focus on that and everything and do that as well. But really, I kind of like combine them together a lot of time. 'Cause a lot of time at home and everything. So I teach my daughter stuff that we went over at work to try to help her develop a certain cousin by work.
What's your long-term vision for your company?
But my long-term vision for my company to continue to grow and to continue to make a positive statement in our community, as well as to turn out good leaders and good mentoring.
What does success mean to you now versus before?
That to me, to another thing. So, I think that is a milestone in terms of the way that we study, the way we analyze stuff before we step out. Before and everything, so we might step out further than that. But now we understand that you got to study and research and put all your ducks in a row and then act.
What advice would you give your younger self?
I give my advice yesterday, just continue to stay consistent and to stay focused and continue to move out pretty much.
At the end of it all, what matters most to you?
But most of the daily things though is staying positive, staying grounded, and always treat people there with high respect, no matter who they is.
That's 21 questions with CEO Troy Young.
Stay down, stay focused, always stick to your dream. Don't let no one tell you that you can't do it because you can do it. But you gotta stay down, stay focused, always continue to learn.